car.
You could be looking at the back of my head.
Lies.
The whole time, and I'll have to be like, "Oh, Melanie."
My niece will be able to come through.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they just need to step over this, but like easy peasy.
Evelyn, I loved what you wrote about the play.
Oh,
And I was showing it to the guy who helped me edit, and he said she really.
oh,
Really
okay.
understood.
I
That was
don't
great.
remember what I said. Oh, I do remember. That's nice. I like a little redemption.
Yeah.
We all need that. With the New York salt season.
It's pretty slushy too. I kept stepping, and I was like, "Oh."
You have to avoid the corners.
I know. I did not have the right shoes for.
You so do
not
have the right
New York.
shoes.
Every
You and
time,
Rebecca both.
every time I stepped, it was just like water everywhere.
You have to walk like way around every corner.
Yes,
That's the New York
yes.
thing.
Yeah. These are pretty sturdy in the snow, and they have like a
You should
platform
so.
though, so that gets me off the ground.
That's good.
Yeah.
Power off.
Will you wait for me to get like a, say the title?
So are you all coming in from California?
When you start
No,
talking.
they're from Brooklyn.
Oh, nice. What part? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I just moved to Bushwick.
Oh, that one that was
Yeah,
yeah. Don't do it.
Central Ave.
It's fine. It was better without it.
Yeah, I'm right near like the Maria Hernandez Park.
Oh, nice.
Kind of like right in the middle.
Oh, I love that. I love that part.
Yeah, I love it too. There's always some fun stuff going on.
They were
I'm really
doing that soup thing there for a while.
a soup
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah, where one person made soup and then they were like adding soup to it. It was like a community soup. and People were adding to the pot. Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
It's like a fairy tale.
I know. I was like, "Isn't there
Yeah.
like
You know the one
Yeah.
with like the stones or
Stone
something?"
soup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
So
stone soup, but it was,
funny.
in Brooklyn.
That's cool.
I always see like the soccer games going on over there, but now I have to look out for the soup
Yeah.
stuff. That's so
I
fun.
haven't,
barely
I
have
haven't
soup
seen the soup
kitchen.
in
We
a
have run
while,
soup.
but that was the thing I saw. Oh, it was like a year or so ago or something.
Yeah, I think
They were doing
this woman who also runs an account called Depths of Wikipedia, and it's just like weird, fun stuff that she found on Wikipedia. But it was like an ongoing soup that they tended like
What?
24/7.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
so funny.
Very cool.
That's cool. How long?
They all came
You guys.
from California.
How long are you guys here?
Cali.
We got here Thursday, and then we're leaving tomorrow. We're going back to Vermont. We'll go up to Vermont.
Oh,
My
nice.
sister's
Oh,
friend-
really nice.
My sister's going back home.
Back to San
Oh, home. Same thing.
Have you done anything particularly exciting while you've been here?
We saw Gypsy.
Oh, did you love it?
Did you like
Yeah.
it? It was great.
Yes.
I would hope so. We waited in line 2 hours. At the
Whoa.
half-price
Wow.
No.
So
It's one
that's
of my
why.
favorite musicals.
tickets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen it yet?
No.
It's good.
I
She's
gotta
good.
find a
She's
time
good.
so I can wait on the line and get them, half
Yeah.
price because it's expensive. But I'm very excited. She's
Have
great.
you ever seen her before? I think this is the first time I've ever seen her.
Oh, really?
I saw her in what was that? She was in a play.
Ohio State Murders.
No,
She was great.
From
Frankie
Billie
and
Holiday?
Johnny and the Claire's.
I see everything. I see
Oh,
literally every single
yes.
show.
That was
What?
a few years ago.
Yeah.
What about
For the
Romeo and
past
Juliet?
3 years. Yeah, I saw that.
Have you seen
Yeah,
America?
and she's an amazing actor.
Well,
She does
you
her
rush.
voice,
I
but
rushed
I hear that in
everything,
Gypsy, it's
that's all I
really
do.
more
So
about
you
the
rush
acting.
taking a job? And how much
I
is
got it
that?
for
Yeah.
35.
What? Why didn't you call me?
But yeah, every
I want to
you
do
can
that,
rush
but I
it.
don't know. I don't remember how. I
But now
it's so long.
Good luck, because it closes on the
Like
16th.
tomorrow or something?
Yeah.
What's
What's
closing?
Romeo and
I wanted to
Juliet.
see
Oh,
Romeo and
yeah.
Juliet. I was like,
Oh.
I'm gonna take my daughter, and then it was $600.
It's so
Wait,
ridiculous.
what?
Ridiculous. And it's got those like movie Kid
Yeah.
Connor,
Yeah.
Kid
That's why I
Connor.
wanted to take my daughter.
Yeah.
A friend of mine works on that show and got hit in the face by a fan while she
Really?
was like, her and security were like, stand back, and a fan like punched her.
Whoa.
in the face.
Well, because they come out like he was
Sure.
closer to me than you are right now. Like
Oh
he was
my
right
God.
there. I was like, Jesus.
I want to
Christ.
go. I got to try that
It's-
Rush
it's
thing.
An interesting production.
That
I
fan did
didn't. Not
get to see the
everything.
show. This
worked.
was like before the show
I
started.
had
It was
issues.
like
Original.
going into the building.
Yeah.
There was a swarm of
I
fans.
couldn't keep
And
up.
this
The
girl wanted to see
staging-
him and punched my friend in the face
There
and
was
did not
some
get to see the
issues.
show.
I didn't like the double
Had her
casting.
ticket
I thought
refunded.
the sometimes triple casting.
I thought you meant like
Um,
afterwards, because even
No.
One
afterwards,
actor was
from what I've heard,
and
fan
they was
culture really got
they
you.
just did it
It's
with
insane.
subtle
It's insane.
costuming, and it just.
And I'm like, what are you?
Like the nurse
Yeah.
was this.
For $600, they can have one
You
person.
would think. I know.
Wow. It was 600 for one or for two?
When I
No.
was yes.
Othello
I was like, this
right
is
now
not
is
for the people.
$950.
Shakespeare would not
No,
approve of that.
for one
for
ticket?
one ticket in the balcony, $950.
No.
For Othello, $950.
That's crazy.
Shakespeare was for the people.
I
What the
know.
hell?
I know, but they put Denzel Washington in it, so then it's $900.
I'm curious how
Wow.
much the tickets are for that George Clooney one.
Oh, that's a fortune too. That's
Oh, yeah.
out. I mean, they'll all be rushed, but you're gonna have to stand in line. Like when I saw
That's my-
Hugh Jackman in Music Man, I got there at 5:45 a.m. I got
Oh,
a $40 ticket. I got a $40
Wait,
ticket when everybody
5:45 till when?
till 10.
Outsiders.
But before I turn the house lights off, but I'm gonna give my speech. That's okay. Alright. Let's see.
So I got a
Okay, live
$40
stream's
ticket.
on.
Those tickets were $800.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start by thanking our small little audience here for being here. If you don't know, my name is Anthony Piccioni. I'm the founder of the Talking Out Festival, which has done in-person performances, a lot of Zoom performances, and this season we've been experimenting with podcast recordings live in studio. And today we're doing A Homeless Thanksgiving by the one and only Gordon Blitz. And directed by the incredible M. Hassman. I should also note we have a live stream audience, so I just want to say hello to anyone who's watching over live stream. Gotta change it to the window because right now it's showing Audacity. Anyway, if you'd like, you can scan the QR code out there to read our digital program. Also follow us at Talking Out Fest on social media if you aren't already. We'll be updating later on about both the podcast edition, which will be released in 2 parts on February 25th and March 11th, and also any future events we may be doing after that. So we're going to start in about a minute or so, and yeah, enjoy the reading. To everyone here too.
A Homeless Thanksgiving by Gordon Blitz. Scene 1. Devon is pacing in a homeless tent with a propane heater, cans of food, a sleeping bag, books, newspapers, and piles of sweaters. He tries rubbing his hands by the heater to get warm. He kicks it.
Ugh, why aren't you working? I feed you oil, I've been nice to you, and this is how you repay me. Seems like you only work when Melanie is around. Ugh. You're no good, you're no good, you're no good. Baby, you're no good.
Melanie enters the tent carrying 2 hot drinks.
No, go ahead. Keep singing. You have a nice voice. I'm not sure singing to the heater is going to do anything to get us warm.
Where'd you get the coffee?
Hey, not so fast. You're going to burn your mouth. I want to savor it with you. Make believe we're having a proper breakfast. Just like I used to have with Diane.
Oh God, you're gonna bring her up again after what she did to you?
I can't just turn off my feelings like you. I still love her. When I'm not angry and hating her.
You have to move on. Just like I did after Carson died.
It's different. Diane didn't die. Although sometimes I wish she had.
I can't believe how you broke up. No warning. She just said to you, that's it.
I don't love you. You have to move out. And there was no discussion. And you're right. It came out of nowhere. And when I mentioned couples therapy, she laughed and shook her head. I was in shock.
And you have no clue as to why. I guess that would drive me crazy. But what good is it rehashing your life together? It's like every single thing we do brings some sort of memory of that woman.
And you never think of Carson? I don't believe that. You're not sharing those memories with me.
Can we just have the coffee now before it gets cold? I'm shivering as it is. Do you think it's safe to eat this? It's from that Tom's supermarket, stuff they dumped in the garbage. But it was sealed and way past the expiration date. What do you think?
It's fine. What's the worst that could happen? We'd get sick and die. We'd be put out of our misery.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm not quite ready to pack it in.
Oh, just shut up and let's eat it. Hey, how come your half is bigger?
Just think of it as being half full instead of half empty. Just tell me, how'd you get the coffee?
I found it in the garbage bin, right near the second time around thrift store. I was going through all the crap, and I guess someone forgot to empty their pockets. $5. Just enough to get 2 coffees.
You should have gotten real food. I mean, it's nice to have something hot, but it's not going to fill us up.
Oh, you're such a killjoy.
So why don't I believe you? You know what? Tell me how you really got the coffee.
I found a wallet on the ground right by a BMW. It was in that ritzy neighborhood, Valley Woods. $5 was the only cash in there, so I took the cash and knocked on the door of the nearest house asking if they had dropped the wallet. I guess the way I looked, they started asking me if they wanted me to go away. They wouldn't even listen when I said I found a wallet. So I went to the next place and I started using my fist, banging on the door, trying to get their attention. And when I kicked the door, they shouted through the door saying they were going to call the police. So I couldn't even find the owner.
So what did you do?
I just left it by the car. I figured they would find it or someone else would steal it. At that point, I didn't give a shit.
People can be such idiots. Well, I guess you could think of the $5 as your reward. Why didn't you tell me the truth?
I don't know. I was embarrassed. It felt like I was stealing. I didn't want you to think badly of me. You know my history.
I doubt either of us is in a position to be judgmental about each other.
Whatever. I wanted to treat myself. Well, ourselves. Just enjoy it.
Should we make a toast?
L'chaim. To life.
Ooh, getting in touch with your Jewish roots. I can go along with that. To life. And to our friendship.
Has it really been a year since we met?
Yeah, we were at the LGBTQ Community Center Soup Kitchen when they were handing out food. I was waiting in line and you butted into the line like you knew me and I was saving a spot for you.
And that asshole clobbered me with his elbow. Well, I smacked his face good. He kept screaming, "Get to the back!"
Yeah, but you scared me when you pushed him to the ground. It was like you were an animal out of control.
I was just sticking up for myself.
It reminded me of my lover, Carson. He had anger issues. I mean, he never hit me, but I worried about verbal violence. That if I said something wrong, he would lash out. I remember we were watching television once. I had the remote and was channel surfing, and I guess there was this PBS show that he thought was interesting, and out of nowhere, he screamed at me, took the remote out of my hand, and threw it across the room. He went off on me about how I was so controlling or some bullshit, or that I was like his father. I started walking on pins and needles after that, even though there wasn't another outburst for a long time. I just never knew when it was going to happen.
Diane used to accuse me of the same thing, that I had infantile anger, whatever that means. But you sure found a way of getting the situation with that creep fixed at the soup kitchen.
That's right. I told him you were my sister and very sick.
It wasn't a lie. I was sick in the head.
You were a mess. But everyone in our situation has mental problems. I mean, who wouldn't? Being homeless?
Damn. I think it was our anniversary. And all I could think about was that I should have been celebrating with my girlfriend, not living on the streets.
Somehow it was a good omen when we met. And you jumped at the chance when I asked if you needed a place to stay.
You led me to this tent, and I was thinking you weren't homeless. Finding this abandoned tent was a miracle. Whoever lived here before really had it made.
I know. When I saw it, I said, it's move-in ready. You ever think about how we ended up here? Homeless?
No. But I have so much anger bottled up inside me. Like how none of the friends we had as a couple checked up on me. But it was my fault. I didn't have any friends of my own. My life centered around Diane.
Same thing with me. But in our case, it seemed like once Carson got really sick, people stopped coming to visit. Carson was my best friend. I never even thought I needed anyone else. And then when I had that breakdown, no one wanted to have anything to do with me.
What's wrong?
I can't get warm. I had 3 sweaters on and I thought this hot drink would help.
Oh, you have a fever. I don't know what we can do. What if we lie down and hold each other? Maybe my body heat will help.
They snuggle in each other's arms and fall asleep. Scene 2. Melanie enters the tent, bleeding from the head. Devon runs over to her, assessing the damage.
Oh, don't ask me what happened. Just see if you can stop the bleeding. I don't even know where it's coming from. Oh, I'm dizzy. I hope I don't have a concussion.
You got a deep gash. I've got to clean it up, except we don't have any alcohol.
Oh, of all the homeless in the world, and neither of us are alcoholics.
Let me check around and see if anyone has vodka. Look, I'll be right back.
Oh,
Melanie looks around the tent for something to stop the bleeding.
damn it. Everything is dirty. Crap. It's just going to get infected.
During her search, she gets woozy and collapses. Devon returns.
No, come on, Melanie. No. It's not a good idea to sleep when you might have a concussion. I've got some tequila.
God, it feels like you're burning my brain.
Good. That means there's enough alcohol content to disinfect your mind.
I'm not ready for any of your sick humor.
Hey, don't I get any credit for being resourceful and finding first aid?
Oh, give me a break. I'm not thinking straight.
Well, since you're a lesbian, I would hope you aren't thinking straight. You know, I lucked out after I left the tent. That old man that keeps attacking people was getting carted off by the police. I don't know, someone must have reported him. And the guy had a bottle of tequila in his hand and dropped it just as he got picked up. So I grabbed it.
Oh, God, he was probably drinking directly from the bottle. Who knows what kind of germs are in my scalp now?
I wouldn't worry about it. There's probably enough alcohol there to kill anything. You should just be lucky I found something.
Well, I hope so. I think we're running out of luck, though, after getting beat up. I haven't even told you what happened. And it's not just my head that got bashed in. I was punched in the stomach and the back.
I hope you didn't cause this to happen.
You always do this, trying to blame me, as if I get myself into these situations on purpose while you never do anything to defend yourself. You have no spine. Everything with you is avoiding any conflict.
Just tell me why you were beaten up.
Well, I know you're not going to believe me that I was minding my own business. I was doing my going through the garbage thing. You know, seeing if there was anything to recycle. Sometimes if someone had trashed clothes or food that looked safe. This was behind that third kitchen restaurant.
Hey, that's my territory.
Oh, shut up. So I heard this shouting and screaming. Then all of a sudden, this man and young kid, probably father and daughter, comes out the back door and he's smacking her behind. And I'm not talking about some little pat. These were like hard wallops. And she was no more than 5 years old. She tried to run away, but he caught her. I couldn't stand it. I ran up to the guy and got him to loosen his grip on the girl, and I told her to run. Then we got into this intense brawl, and he wouldn't give up. He kept wailing on me. Eventually, I stopped and ran away. I mean, I thought he was going to kill me.
Why didn't you just ask for help at the restaurant and have someone call the police? I mean, you must have known you'd never win that battle. Sometimes I do not understand you. It's like you get possessed.
You don't know why this happened. Think, you idiot. It reminded me of my father, who used to beat me so bad I could hardly walk.
You never told me exactly what was going on with your father. I mean, I know you didn't want anything to do with him.
This man looked so much like him, oozing with charm, coupled with a chiseled jawline, as if that was enough to get by, never needing to be a nice guy.
So it was just physical abuse with your father, nothing verbal or sexual?
I found that so confusing. I didn't know why I was being hit. And not only that, but I had no visual marks on me. Like he knew exactly where to punch me so it would stay hidden. He controlled the abuse. I never had a broken bone. And when other women talk about being sexually abused, I can't even identify because that didn't happen to me. I meant to think that I had it good, I suppose. But Daddy didn't touch me sexually.
And what about your mother? Did he hit her?
How would I know? She died before I turned 3. I don't even have any memories.
And you never asked him why he hit you?
He didn't answer me. And he wasn't even drunk. I couldn't even use that as an excuse. Just some sort of mean streak, almost like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Well, whatever it was, you inherited that gene. Hope that wasn't why Diane broke up with you.
No comment. Look, I think it's safe for me to go to sleep now. I don't think this is a serious concussion. I'm wiped out.
I understand. I'll stay here and watch you. Make sure you don't die on me. It's the least I can do since you got my fever down when I got so sick. God, I cannot believe you found so many ice packs and shoved them all over my body.
You were screaming at the top of your lungs. But it worked, didn't it?
Yeah, well, you would have made a great torturer.
Melanie falls asleep, and Devon watches her like a guardian angel, listening to make sure she is breathing. Scene 3. Melanie combing her hair when Devon enters with a large bag.
Ooh, I made a killing today. Went to 2 different soup kitchens and the LGBTQ community center.
I'm starving. Let's eat now. Although I'm afraid to ask what you got. Even if it's stale bread, as long as there's plenty of it, I'll be happy.
Devon puts the bag down and starts setting the table, putting food on each of their plates. They sit.
Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen.
I don't understand how you still believe in God. And thanking Christ for this crap? I wouldn't even serve this to a dog.
Everything with you is negative. Look, things could be worse.
I doubt that.
They eat in silence, gulping the food. Melanie leaves the table and goes back to brushing her hair and putting on makeup.
Hey, what's with the hair and makeup? You having a hot date or an interview? Ooh, do I detect the beginning of a smile?
It's for you. It's my birthday. I wanted to look nice. Maybe we could fool around. I mean, just for fun.
What, and ruin my premium gold star status?
What's that?
Well, gold star means you've never had sex with a woman, and you get to be premium gold star if you were born by cesarean.
Well, I don't fall into either of those categories. But how would a woman get to be premium gold star?
Test tube, baby?
So, you were never curious about how it would feel having sex with the opposite sex?
No. I came out very young, like 15. I never had to prove to myself that I was straight. And remember, I got together with Carson when I turned 21. Never had a chance to sow my oats. Oh my God, did I actually just use that old-fashioned phrase? Sow my oats.
But that is so you, Devon. Listen, I know Carson died of pancreatic cancer, but you never told me the whole story as to how you ended up on the streets. Did you have a mental breakdown?
Devon shakes his head, yawns, and takes Melanie's hand and leads her to her sleeping bag. Devon goes to his own sleeping bag, and both begin napping. Lights dim, and when they partially come up again, Devon has risen from his sleeping bag and is talking to his lover, Carson.
I know, we talked about this. That if things got so bad that I would help you. But please, Carson, don't make me do this. You're lucky you're an atheist and not Catholic. I'm probably going to be cursed for the rest of my life. Don't laugh. I'm not being a drama queen. I'll have to go to confession. I don't know if I'll be able to live with myself. It's bad enough losing you, but feeling that I'm responsible for your death? I thought I could handle this, but now... No, please don't beg me. Yes, the pain. And you keep saying that you can't get the meds right. Why don't you want the morphine? You don't know if it's going to make you into some sort of zombie. What's the harm in at least taking a little bit? See if it helps. I mean, isn't there something we can do to distract you and listen to Barbara Streisand or watching Aretha Franklin on Sing a Natural Woman on Kennedy Center Honors Program? Like, don't keep saying that I don't understand. Look, I went along with you when you decided to stop the chemo. You would rather have some decent quality of life. You said you appreciated how I didn't insist you keep trying. Someone else would have told you that it was selfish to just give up. So I'll do whatever you want. Just don't keep asking me to help you die. No, it's not that I care about it being illegal and that I'll get arrested. This is so fucked up. Stop looking at me like I have to do this. You know, if this were a movie, at the last minute, just before the lover gives his partner pills or has to decide about pulling the plug, the guy ends up dying. So there'd be no guilt. But we're not in a movie. Oh God, please don't cry. You don't even know if this is for the best. How the hell am I going to get... Wait a minute. What are you doing? No, stop it. What the fuck? No. What? Are you trying to bite your tongue? I love you, Devon. I want those to be the last words you say. That's how I want to remember you. Just say it, please.
The lights come back up.
Wake up! You were having some sort of nightmare. You kept mumbling, stop, kill you, love you.
It wasn't a nightmare. That's what really happened. I murdered Carson.
What?
I gave him Zekrabarbital and it killed him.
No, I don't believe it.
Yes, it did happen. Why do you think I'm such a mess?
I'm sorry. Had you guys had some sort of pact that if either of you was in so much pain that you would help one another commit suicide?
No, we never talked about it. In fact, when Carson got sick, he refused to talk about dying. He just kept saying, I want to stay positive. I'm going to beat this.
My goodness, is that why you're always telling me to stay positive?
I guess so.
Well, what changed that Carson would even consider suicide?
He was living in a dream world. And then with the side effects of chemo, the constant nausea, the throwing up, writhing in pain all day long, he just said, I've had enough. I remember the day he stopped treatment and went on hospice. The smile on his face was almost frightening. He couldn't stop crying, but he said that they were happy tears. No longer having to fight the cancer, wanting to enjoy some sort of quality of life. He hated being some sort of guinea pig, trying all those different trial studies.
I think I understand. But what about his family? How were they handling all of this?
He only had a sister, Francine. And when I talked to her about funeral plans, wills and trusts, she practically disowned me. Francine said, it's your fault he's dying. All your negative thoughts, it's killing him and it's killing me.
Well, that's really fucked up.
Yeah, so she just wrote me off. The condominium was in Carson's name. She's the one who tried to evict me. Eventually, I just moved out. Couldn't stand being there. It was like Carson was haunting me.
But how did you get away with assisted suicide? I mean, what did Francine say?
She didn't pursue it. I don't know. Maybe she was relieved. I don't know. Francine just wanted to get rid of me. I was so out of it, she probably figured if I didn't make any kind of claim and just moved out, she wouldn't question the circumstances of Carson's death.
So that's what you did? You didn't put up a fight?
Correct. I am not as strong as you. I've never been able to stick up for myself.
Melanie hugs Devon and then begins massaging his back. Suddenly, she stops.
Keep going. I mean, it feels so good. I just kind of had a funny thought about having sex.
What could possibly be funny about sex?
Role playing, but in a different way. I would be Diane, and you would be Carson. I mean, it seems like we know enough about our respective partners.
Oh, it feels morbid, me bringing Carson back to life.
No different than me being Diane, and you said you wished she had died rather than leaving you.
So now you don't care about your premium gold star status?
They both start laughing and find their way to their sleeping bags. Both are shy about kissing, but after they do, they open up the sleeping bag so they can snuggle together. As they start removing their clothes, the lights dim. Scene 4. During their sleep, Melanie gets up from the sleeping bag and begins talking to Diane.
I apologized. I said I was sorry, Diane. What more do you want me to do? I don't understand why you won't talk about what happened. You pushed my buttons. I do everything for you, Diane. I pick up your bras strewn all over the bedroom, clean your hair out of the bathroom sink. I make your salad with the 16 ingredients, and I iron your blouses and follow your ridiculous instructions with the laundry. Cold, gentle cycle, and permanent press. I don't complain that you treat me like a servant. And God forbid I should ask you to close the kitchen cabinets or recycle or compost. And then, Diane, you went off on me about why don't you get a job? I'm tired of being a sugar mama to you. You're taking advantage of me and I don't get anything in return. Do you know how I feel when you said that? Like I was nothing. So why are you surprised what ended up happening? I mean, I swear it was an accident. I would never hurt you. You know that I love you. You just got me so angry. And it wasn't even a real hit. I was just shoving you. And don't tell me that it had happened before. You know that's not true. Stop it! This isn't like when I gave you a hickey. And when we're in bed, I can't help it if sometimes my elbow hits you. Or when we're making love, it gets a little rough. I thought you liked that. You make it sound like I do these things on purpose. I'm surprised you didn't bring up that time I was cutting onions and you were screaming, "You're doing it wrong!" I was pissed at you, Diane, and I threw the knife in the sink. You really thought I was going to stab you with it when I threw it?
The lights come back up. Devon wakes Melanie.
Hey. You're having a bad dream or something. You kept repeating Diane. Guess we're on a roll. First I have a dream about Carson, and you must have had Diane on your mind.
Well, you did such a good job of playing Diane. Should have been an actor.
It's kind of fun play acting. The last night seems to be a blur to me. Did we end up having sex?
Yes. I guess I should get an award for my interpretation of Carson. Or I've converted you to being a heterosexual.
Oh, heaven forbid that should happen.
I keep forgetting to tell you what a good listener you are. I mean, most people are in their own world. They only talk about themselves. Even Diane rarely asked how I was doing, and when she did, I didn't get any response. Like she wasn't even paying attention.
No, remember, I used to be a social worker in a past life. Well, until I stopped listening.
What do you mean?
Well, that was my job. But after Carson died, I really didn't take any time off for grieving. I needed money to pay for first and last on an apartment, so I took a week off. And when I came back, I was glad to have structure. But when I saw my clients and they told me their troubles, I would say I understand, but then start talking about Carson, how I missed him, being lonely, having to move out of our condo. And this would go on and on for most of the session. I mean, I didn't even realize I was doing it.
I mean, I guess I could understand, but eventually you had to help the people you were counseling. I mean, isn't that why they were talking to you?
Exactly. But I wasn't aware. And then my supervisor told me what was going on and that they had to let me go. And that's when I really went nuts. I mean, I had no place to live. I was embarrassed to ask for help, being a therapist myself. I ended up homeless.
Something is going on out there. I better check it out. We gotta get out of here. They're doing a sweep.
I thought that was illegal. Shit, where are we gonna go?
Let's just grab our stuff. We have to find another encampment. I don't want them rounding us up like cattle and sticking us in a shelter.
They grab their belongings and leave the tent. Lights dim. Scene 5. Melanie and Devon are in another tent, which has a similar setup but is larger. It's evening. They are both sitting at a table finishing dinner.
Oh, should we make a toast? This is our first night in this place. Get out the champagne glasses.
These attempts at humor are not working. You know, when I look at this place, it reminds me of something Betty Davis said.
What a dump! And it wasn't just Betty who said it. It was in the opening line of the play, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? So, 20 years after Davis made the line famous, Elizabeth Taylor did the same thing in the movie.
I bet only a gay man would know that little bit of trivia.
You know, for some reason, this dump feels bigger than our last home.
Well, I guess we're moving up in the world.
Of course, whoever lived here was a slob. It smells awful. And all these open cans and cigarette butts. You know, I really lucked out at the last place. But at least this place is spacious. Bet we could even include another tenant.
Please don't even think that. It's bad enough living with you.
Oh, shut up. I'm the best thing that ever happened to you.
I can't believe when we sleep together that we stay in that spoon position. Could never do that with Diane. We always woke up in the middle of the night and ended up on opposite edges of the mattress.
Same thing with Carson. I guess you and I are a match made in heaven.
Well, I have to admit that once I got used to your body, it's not so bad having sex with a man. I mean, I still think about women when we're doing it.
And you had to ruin it.
Don't tell me that you don't think about some hunk.
I'm not telling. It'll just have to be a secret.
What happened? Devon, you look like you were in another world.
I spaced out.
Do you think you were having a mini stroke?
I don't even know what that was. I really can't remember. Didn't the same thing happen to you? You know, except you were drooling.
Is this some kind of a competition as to who has the strangest disease?
I think we're in a tie.
You know, I'm really getting tired of all this. It feels like the movie Groundhog Day. We have to keep moving and then repeat the process.
Every neighborhood is different. Where to find scraps of food. And it's the same food every day. Where is it safe? Checking out abandoned buildings. How do we know if someone isn't going to come into our tent and murder us or steal our things?
Oh, I would kill them first.
Great, then you'd go to jail and I'd have to fend for myself.
Sometimes I think the worst part is finding a bathroom to wash, wearing these same dirty clothes.
And I feel like my body is decomposing. I must have cavities. My toenails have gotten so stiff I can't cut them. I itch all over.
Hey, I thought you were supposed to be the positive one around here. At least we're not in one of those cardboard boxes.
I guess some of your negative thinking is starting to rub off on me. I mean, what is the point of all of this? All this hiding. It's like history repeating itself. Keeping our being gay a secret. Hiding in the shadows. And now doing it again.
Same thing with being Jewish.
You ever think about suicide? I mean, we don't really have anything to live for. It's so draining trying to be resourceful.
Well, I wish I could say that our connection is making this crappy life worth it.
And that's what I was thinking too. I mean, we have each other, but what is that really?
Do you ever wish that when we go to sleep, we don't wake up? You know, like dying of natural causes?
That only happens in movies.
They cross to the bed only to be awakened by Joel, a teenager with stringy hair and darting eyes.
Wait.
He has a large flashlight. Melanie and Devon are blinded by the light and jump out of bed.
Who the fuck is that?
You're in my tent. I'm here.
Not anymore. Get the fuck out of here. Devon, do something. Oh.
Stop hitting her!
Shut up. This is my place.
You have no rights here. We thought it was abandoned. It's ours now.
I don't care. It's mine. I said shut your mouth.
Joel goes up to Devon, punches him in the stomach, and drops his flashlight. As Devon crumbles to the ground, Melanie gets up from the floor and pulls Joel away from Devon. Melanie succeeds in immobilizing Joel with the chokehold until Joel grabs something from his pocket.
Whoa, watch out! He's got a knife!
Melanie stops choking Joel and he begins pressing the knife against Melanie's neck.
Don't hurt her! We'll leave.
What are you, some kind of pussy? I can't believe you're homeless. Just get your fucking things before I hurt your girlfriend.
Devon picks up their belongings, but when he sees the fallen flashlight, he grabs it and begins shining it into Joel's eyes, blinding him. Joel drops his knife and releases Melanie. Melanie grabs the knife and points it at Joel's chest.
This is our tent now. You get the fuck out of here.
No, I have nowhere to go. Do you know how much time it took me to find this place? And it's safe, no chance of a raid?
My goodness, you're like the cowardly lion in the Wizard of Oz, all bluster and a bully when you're really just a crybaby.
Joel runs out of the tent.
Do you think he's really gone?
I think so.
Are you okay? He was really choking.
I'm fine. Thank goodness when he kicked me, it didn't break any ribs. But what about you? He could have really hurt you the way he was punching you.
It wasn't so much the pain, but the scariest part was I felt like I couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to pass out, but somehow I didn't.
You know, I thought you were a wimp, but if you hadn't pointed that flashlight into the kid's eyes, he would have killed me.
I'm afraid to go to sleep. What if he comes back?
Oh, he's not coming back. Let's just get to sleep. I'm exhausted from all that fighting.
Both go back to bed, lights dim. Scene 6. The next morning. Devon looks outside the entrance of the tent and sees Joel sleeping. Devon looks over at Melanie, still in bed.
The boy slept outside the whole night. God, he must be freezing. What should we do?
Don't just stand there. Wake him up and bring him inside.
Devon leaves the tent and comes back with a groggy and shivering Joel. Once Joel's in the tent, he flops onto the sleeping bag bed. He falls asleep again.
It looks like he's on some kind of drugs.
That's all we need is a drug addict.
Well, we need to warm him up. Oh, should we take him to a shower? I mean, I can't think of anything else to get rid of the chill. And when I touched him, he was ice cold and trembling.
We don't owe this boy anything. Remember he tried to murder us last night?
So what? We should just let him die?
He's not going to die. He's sleeping anyway.
Well, he was sleeping.
Melanie, fearing that Joel will attack again, finds some rope and ties him up.
What happened? I thought I was sleeping outside. Why am I tied up?
We dragged your ass into our tent. You don't deserve it after what happened last night.
I told you this place was mine and you threw me
Oh,
out.
don't start that again. It's not like anyone has a deed to this property.
Well, do you have any coffee or something to eat? I don't feel so good.
This isn't a hotel.
Are you on drugs or something?
No, I just need coffee.
Melanie, let me see if I can scrounge around and get us something hot to drink.
No, are you crazy? Stay here, Devon. I don't want to be alone with this creep.
Okay, so what are we going to do? Why are we holding him like he's a prisoner? Just let the poor guy go.
Not yet. I really want to know what his story is. Why are you out on the streets? You don't even look 18. Shouldn't you be living with your parents?
Melanie, maybe he's gay and his parents disowned him.
I don't owe you any explanations. And for your information, I'm not gay, but my parents did disown me. Why don't you listen to your husband and let me go?
He's not my husband. And I'm not untying you until you answer my questions.
Okay, my parents made me a ward of the state. Said I was incorrigible, that they couldn't control me.
Well, that's not surprising. Pulling a knife on us. But explain something to me. If you're a ward of the state, why would you be homeless?
They had me living in some shithole juvenile hall. I would be locked up in a cage when I went to school, or they would use mace on me. The other guys told me it was worse than prison. And if you misbehaved, they would put you in solitary for 23 hours. Someone was watching my every move. I hated it. So I ran away. I'd rather be homeless than live that way. It was almost as bad as living with my parents. My father was a real piece of work. He made me feel like I was always on the defensive.
Would you threaten your parents with a knife? You know, I used to be a counselor, and I had parents who told me their son and daughter tried to kill them.
No. And it wasn't drugs either, before you asked that. I was always getting into trouble at school and getting into fights. I got expelled a few times, and my parents were super religious, and they kept accusing me of stealing money from them. And they went ballistic when they found out I was smoking. But the thing that threw them over the edge was when I got this girl pregnant, and I wanted to do the right thing. That's when they threw me out. I did ask them for money to help Judy.
Oh my God. When you said do the right thing, I thought you meant you were going to marry the girl. What did you want money for?
No, Judy didn't want to get married. Didn't even want a kid. She wanted me to pay for an abortion or she was going to get me in trouble. But I didn't want her to have an abortion. It was my kid too. I don't believe in abortion, but I realized that it should be Judy's decision. She kept saying it would ruin her life having a baby.
So what happened with Judy?
I ended up stealing money from my parents, but Judy had a miscarriage, so I got into trouble for nothing. And even when I gave the cash back to them, they didn't care. Said I wasn't their responsibility. They pleaded poverty, so I got dumped.
So how have you been getting by?
I mean, I've got street smarts. Like, I know what's going on, and that really helps. Besides, I don't have a choice. And, you know, I try to keep upbeat about this situation. It's much better on the here on the West Coast compared to Vegas. That's where I grew up. But once I escaped from juvenile hall, I had to move out of state, or I'd maybe get caught. But one thing about being homeless, it's actually pretty difficult for anyone to find you. No address, no cell phone. Like, I know this life is hard, but let me tell you, the type of freedom I have now, oh, it's priceless.
So what was the big deal about the tent? I mean, we couldn't even tell someone was living here.
Well, this was the first place that I thought had potential, that I could put down roots. I was tired of running. You know, this tent is big enough for the three of us.
You must be kidding.
It's not going to happen. We'd be at each other's throat. It's bad enough with Devon in these tight quarters.
Okay, can we at least try this setup temporarily? Just till I find something else? And I promise you, I'm not going to do any more fighting. And besides, I think I could help you guys. You sound like newbies to this whole homeless world. I've been doing this for a while. I know what's going on. There are things you don't know.
Well, it's up to Melanie. And I don't think we need your help. We've been doing pretty well on our own.
I need more than a promise if you want me to untie you.
Okay, what do you want?
A blood pact between the three of us.
What does that prove?
I'm going to prick each of our thumbs, and then we'll press them together. We'll be taking a blood oath. This is going to be a covenant that can't be broken between the three of us. That's the only way I'm going to trust you.
I think you're batshit crazy, but if that's what it takes, then I'll do it.
We're going to use your knife. But I swear, if you do anything to break this bond, I'll kill you. Okay. I'm going to untie your hands. Don't make any sudden moves, or I'll slice off one of your fingers. What's your name, anyway?
Joel.
Is this going to hurt?
Oh, it's just a prick.
Melanie unties Joel's hands.
Okay. Now I'm going to use the knife to just draw some blood. Devon, you used to be Catholic. There must be some kind of prayer for this. I can't think of anything in the Jewish religion.
Ah!
Ah.
The shedding of blood is going to be a pact between the three of us that can't be broken. The three of us are joining together.
Scene 7. A week later. Devon and Melanie are sitting while Joel is standing looking like a teacher giving lessons.
Okay, class. Today I'm going to teach you about hygiene. You know you guys stink.
We've gotten used to it. We tried using deodorant, but obviously that isn't working. Oh, God, I feel like I'm in grade school.
And we tried using the faucet in the public restrooms, but it's impossible to take off our shirts and pants to clean ourselves.
Okay, you need to shower. Try to get a free one-day pass to a gym. That's the best. Another alternative is going to the beach. They have like an outdoor shower there. You just need soap.
It's going to be freezing. I'll need some kind of bathing suit and a towel.
You know, it's very healthy to take a cold shower. It's invigorating.
Joel begins pacing the room, stamping on a roach.
Something hurts in my foot. It just started hurting when I stepped on that cockroach. I didn't even stamp that hard. I could have sprained my
Oh,
foot.
take off your socks. Let's see what it is.
No, it really hurts.
Seems like you have a splinter. We got to take it out or it'll get infected. It doesn't look good.
Reminds me of what my mother would do.
Devon, can you get me a match and a straight pin? Then you can get Joel here ready for surgery.
Hey, my mom would give me some sort of treat if I didn't cry when she took a splinter out. Ow!
My goodness, don't be such a baby. It's only a splinter.
Okay, please stop. You're talking like my father.
Here, I'll hold your hand while Melanie does her magic. She's really good at this. You won't feel a thing. I'm always getting splinters. And it's not just wood, sometimes toothpicks, glass slivers, tacks, you name it, it's gotten into my feet.
Melanie quickly removes the splinter and shows it to Joel.
Wow. I didn't even feel that. You're better than my mom. Thanks.
How did a thorn get embedded in your foot?
I was wearing flip-flops. Melanie, you'll have to teach me next time Devon gets a splinter.
See, this is a two-way street. We can learn from each other. Hey, aren't you impressed with all the newspapers we've accumulated? I mean, we use it for toilet paper, a pillow, bed sheets, and insulation. I mean, this place is so drafty.
Well, the newspaper can also be used to earn some cash doing car windows. There's something in like the newspaper ink that works really, really well.
Where did you learn all this stuff?
From the other homeless. And I'm pretty intuitive about things. Oh, before I forget, one of the key places to go is the library. They have water fountains, free internet, heat, and air conditioning.
I never thought of that. And, of course, we'd be surrounded by books.
So you're teaching us all these things, but you're still homeless. I mean, kind of sounds like this is a permanent thing for you.
No, that's not true. I'm trying to save up for an apartment, but it's really difficult getting work. They want an address. What about you guys? Isn't this just temporary for you?
It sure feels permanent. And I don't see any way out of this situation.
Sometimes I feel like this is a better coping mechanism. Trying to forget my old life.
Me too.
Are you giving up? Is that what happens when you get old?
We're not that old. Listen, Joel, we appreciate all this stuff you're teaching us. But you have your whole life in front of you. You can go to college and get a real job.
Oh, talking about jobs. I think I have something temporary. I mean, it might even turn into something full-time. It's at that second time around thrift store. Only thing is, they want an address.
Well, don't you have any, like a family member? Or sometimes you can use a church as your address.
I have a brother, but we haven't spoken in years. And I'm not going to tell him that I'm homeless. It'll just give him a chance to gloat.
It's embarrassing. I mean, I would never want my ex to discover my situation.
No, you should not feel that way. That's the issue. You're surviving and you're doing the best you can. Devon, why not just use your brother's address? It may just be a formality, but he has no way of contacting you.
And he's not going to return the letter. I don't see a downside.
Okay, I'll do it. I think it'll be a good thing for me. No pressure. And their customers might be homeless. I could be very helpful, knowing their circumstances. You know what? I'll go right now. Wish me luck.
But aren't you forgetting something?
What?
You need some clean clothes, and your hair is a mess.
Oh, not to worry. I have some no-water shampoo for your hair. And we're the same size. Devon, your pants look fine, just your shirt. I think I have an old button-down white shirt.
Joel finds the shirt and helps Devon put it on. Melanie uses the waterless shampoo and then combs Devon's hair.
Well, I'm not sure you look completely presentable, but it's way better than before.
Devon leaves the tent.
You mentioned your ex. Anything you want to tell me?
No.
Okay, you got it. You've really mellowed out since I started living here. I never told you, but I was really afraid you were going to beat the shit out of me that first night.
Oh, I'm trying to get my anger under control. It's not easy. You're pretty volatile.
I guess we're both trying to change.
But since you asked me about my ex, what about you? You never mentioned any girls except the one you got pregnant. And you did say you weren't gay. Although with your looks, you probably could make some money as a hustler.
No way that's gonna happen. And you have to admit, being homeless doesn't lend itself to dating.
You'd be surprised. Look what's happened to me and Devon. Talk about miracles. A gay man and a lesbian shacking up.
Yeah, but it's a good thing. It can be brutal being out there all alone with no friends. I've known people who have pets, like dogs or cats, just to keep them company. Of course, it's another mouth to feed.
Come on, Joel. What's your game plan? You've been here for a month. You still haven't gotten a job. It's hard for me to believe that you really like this setup.
You know, I never felt like I had a father or mother. And sometimes I like to think that you and Devon are my surrogate parents.
Do I remind you of your mother?
Okay, don't hug me.
Melanie ignores his warning and wraps her arms around Joel. He stiffens and pushes her away.
No, I said no! I don't want you to hug me because you feel like that's what I need. It has to be earned. I haven't done anything that makes me deserve this. My parents never showed me any signs of affection, so stay away!
Fuck this shit. I'm trying to be nice. You're an immature baby. You make it so difficult. No touching, but it's okay to fight.
I'm just asking you to leave me alone.
Melanie refuses to step aside, and when Joel nudges her, she starts hitting Joel, pounding on his chest.
Okay, now I get why your girlfriend threw you out. If you don't get your way, you get nuts!
Fuck you. I'm gonna kill Devon if he told you my story. It's none of your business.
Melanie storms out of the tent as light fades. Scene 8. 2 weeks later, Devon runs into the tent, distraught.
What happened to you?
You won't believe who I ran into at the thrift shop today.
Mother Teresa.
My brother showed up. And it's all your fault. I should have never given out his address.
But you wouldn't have gotten the job.
I don't care. My brother, Jared, came right up to me, grabbed me by the arm, and forced me outside. I couldn't even tell my boss I needed a break.
What an asshole.
He starts going off on me. How come we never hear from you? Don't you care about your niece and nephew? You never answer your phone. I went by your apartment, and the landlord said you moved out months ago. And I tried the counseling office where you work, and they said you didn't work there anymore. It was like you disappeared from the planet.
So it's really true? You never talked about having a brother. And you also have a niece and nephew?
I don't feel like I have a brother. I was never close to his kids. He was just trying to make me feel guilty. Do you know what he did to me after Carson died? He blamed me for Carson's death. He told me, I know you helped him die. I don't know how you got away with it. I never liked you being gay. No, that's probably why Carson got sick. That's what God does to homosexuals. He threatened to report me to the police.
Wait, so why did he care about you communicating with him now?
No idea. And he kept poking at me with his finger. He wouldn't let up, and I just lost it. Kept crying, and I told him I was homeless and embarrassed about it, and that's why I hadn't called him. I lost my job and had a breakdown.
Well, so did he say he was going to help you?
I don't know if I would have accepted his help. He told me that everything was my fault. I should have seen the pity on his face. That was it, and then he just left. I felt so awful. I just left too. I didn't say anything to my boss about leaving. I just came back here.
Well, I'm sorry this happened to you. He's real shit. You don't deserve to be treated like that.
Melanie starts to give Devon a hug and motions for Joel to do the same. Joel hesitates before joining the group hug.
You know, one good thing happened today. I realized that I'm resilient. And afterwards, it kind of felt good admitting to my brother that I was homeless. That we're not just surviving. That something else is going on.
Hey, does that mean you're developing a spine?
Always making jokes. Hey, I thought I was the jokester. But yeah, I'm not going to let this incident with Jared screw me up. And I'll contact my niece and nephew. I don't know if I'll ever have a relationship with my brother, but those kids are my only family.
I wonder about this generation gap we have with you, Joel. It's actually 3 generations between us. It's amazing. I mean, the fact that I'm a lesbian, Devon is gay, and you're straight, and yet somehow you've been able to bridge us all together despite the age difference.
I wish I felt the same thing. there's something that happened that I haven't told anyone about. And I don't know, it's thrown me for a loop, seeing how you guys have lived your life, always moral and ethical, never breaking the law. You've never spent a day in jail.
Well, I had no idea we'd get brownie points for that.
Are you saying you did something illegal?
I haven't told you the real reason why I left Las Vegas and why my parents disowned me. I was a hustler and got caught.
I want to hear this. Let me get some wine I've been saving for a special occasion.
Well, it's very dry, but it will do.
Don't look at me as if I couldn't be a hustler.
But I thought you said you weren't gay.
Typical. My goodness, I thought this generation was more accepting, but here you couldn't even tell us you were gay.
No, I'm not. I was doing it with women.
And that's a crime? Especially in Las Vegas?
Yes. I served some time and I moved here for a new start.
So the story you told us about your parents and the girl you got pregnant, that wasn't true.
No, it was basically true, or at least about the girl, but no, I wasn't a ward of the state. I went to jail, and my parents didn't want anything to do with me.
I can't picture you as a male hustler.
Well, I needed money, and that was the easiest way to get it.
Money for what?
Well, I had all these dreams about going to City University to get a degree in nuclear engineering and getting a Mini Cooper. I knew my parents would never give me a dime.
How did you get caught?
I was so stupid. This woman was very different from my usual. Classy, oozing with money. She offered me $1,000 for the night, way more than I'd ever made before. She even gave me money for clothes. Said she didn't want to be embarrassed. So she was staying at the Skylofts in the Taj Mahal Hotel. I'd heard about the panoramic view from those rooms. And as soon as I was let into the room, I was handcuffed. I thought it was part of the deal, like a little S&M, so I had to do some role playing. Why not? But no. She was the feds. I was taken to the police station, fingerprinted, and thrown in jail. I tried calling my parents, and they hung up on me. I had no one who could make bail.
Entrapment? I thought that was illegal. And what's the deal with prostitution? Especially in Sin City, Las Vegas.
All I know is that it's on my record, and every time I try to apply anywhere, including schools, it always comes up. And I don't want to lie.
People make mistakes. You're young. There has to be a way to overcome this. Look, we can try to get your arrest record expunged.
We'll figure this out, Joel.
All for one and one for all.
Yeah, we're the Three Musketeers.
I can't believe I let myself burst out with such a cliche.
Wait, what does that mean about us being the Three Musketeers?
Oh, I forgot that you weren't born yet when the movie came out. And I guess you never read the book.
Melanie, we all seem to be having our moments, but what about you? I feel like our lives are turning around.
Well, something did happen. But I don't want to jinx it.
You don't seem like the superstitious type, but I agree with Devon. There's something going on.
Okay. I got a potential job offer, but the circumstances are beyond surprising. I ran into Diane last week. Talk about embarrassing stuff. When I saw her, my first instinct was to duck into an alley. I looked awful. This was the first time I'd seen her since she threw me out. I didn't want to give her any satisfaction that I ended up looking and being homeless. But then I saw the look on Diane's face. She was so happy and looking way younger than I remember. And I had all these regrets. Like, what did I do wrong? Let a woman that I love dump me? Like I told you, I had no idea what was going on in Diane's head. Why she really wanted to end the relationship?
I thought it was because of your violent nature that she was afraid of you.
That's just a small part of it. And I told you before, shoving someone is different from hitting them. I would never want to do anything like my father.
But if you loved her, why didn't you fight to win her back?
That's such a low self-image. Like I didn't deserve her. I mean, Diane was verbally abusive. She's constantly making me feel like nothing. And sexually, she used me as a tool, never caring about me reaching orgasm, only herself.
So does that mean you didn't see Diane?
Well, after I had a good look at her, I I did turn away, but then I heard her calling out my name. I wanted to ignore her, but she kept calling out, Melanie, Melanie. Obviously, she recognized me. I didn't know what to do. So I ended up saying hello. She didn't say anything about my looks, thank goodness. I can imagine what she was thinking.
At least you're really good about using deodorant every day so you didn't smell.
She started asking all these questions, like, what have I been doing? Where did I live? Was I working? Really just small talk. I was clenching my fists the whole time because I was afraid I was going to hit her. No apology about throwing me out. Nothing about us being lovers for 15 fucking years. Just like I was an acquaintance.
What a shit.
Right. So I told her I was homeless and living in a tent. And you should have seen her face. She just started backing away. I think she was afraid I was going to ask her for help or for money. And she just turned around and walked away. I was stunned.
Good for you for telling her.
And this whole thing made me think, I'm a better person than she is. And I'm going to figure out how to make this homeless thing somehow work for me.
And what did you do?
Well, I went into one of those homeless shelters and they had an opening for a job. I filled out an application laying it all out on the line about my situation. But I think I convinced them that I would be perfect for the job, that I know how a homeless person thinks, what they would need. And if things get rough, I could be a bouncer. A good way to use my temper and anger in a productive way.
Whoa! This is such amazing news.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't gotten the job yet, but I'm supposed to go by there later today to find out.
Oh, I know you'll get it. You are fearless.
I think this merits another group hug.
Scene 9. The tent is filled with Thanksgiving decorations, including a table with the Thanksgiving tablecloth. Devon is finishing setting the table. Melanie and Joel enter carrying large grocery bags.
I think we have enough food for all the homeless in the neighborhood, and we'll be eating leftovers for weeks. I like the idea of us having our own Thanksgiving the day after the holiday.
It was Devon's idea also. We both had a miserable time yesterday. I don't know about you, Devon, but I felt awkward and out of place. I mean, I was sort of happy that Diane invited me, considering how I thought she didn't want anything to do with me.
Well, I was so shocked when my brother had me over to his house to share the Thanksgiving meal. But I did not have a good time, even though it was with family. That's why I thought of us celebrating today with the people I have really grown to love.
Look at all this food. Rutabagas, oyster stuffing, and 2 kinds of cranberry sauce. Diane wouldn't let me leave without taking all the leftovers. And Devon has his own haul of leftovers too. What about you, Joel? How did your Thanksgiving go?
Well, very different from yours since I don't have any family. So I volunteered at the soup kitchen serving meals. And it felt good to do that. But I agree with you both that I would rather be with my tent mates.
I never thought we were going to go hungry, but this is going to be our last meal here.
Wait, that must mean that you have enough cash for first and last month and deposit?
Yes! Oh, what a nightmare. They're trying to prove that between the 3 of us, we can actually afford the monthly rent. It just had to be a percentage of our salary. We just made it.
Don't forget we had to have someone co-sign. No landlord was going to let us rent without doing a credit check. I can't believe how much rents are. And this is a 1-bedroom.
I know. We'll make it work. Of course, we still haven't decided who's going to sleep in the living room on the sofa bed.
Enough about the future. Let's enjoy this last meal together.
Hey, no eating until we go around the table and say what we're thankful for.
No, please don't do that round robin thing.
Yes, Devon is right. We have a lot to be thankful for. I'll start. You know, a lot of people would say, how can someone homeless be thankful for anything? Well, first off, we found each other and created a family. But also, I'm thankful that we've all been changed by knowing each other. We've left our mark, and that's a big deal.
Okay. I learned a lot about myself. It's not just surviving, but I've actually been thriving. I've been able to focus on what I want to do, what will make me happy. And I finally got accepted into City University.
Oh, are you going to be a nuclear engineer?
No, I've been working or volunteering at City Juvenile Hall, and I think I would make an excellent probation officer. I need to get a bachelor's degree in psychology, social work, or criminal justice.
Hey, I've got my degree in social work. I can help you. Oh, and did I tell you? I'm getting promoted to manager at the thrift shop. And oh my God, one more thing. I've finally forgiven myself for how I assisted Carson. I changed so much. Before we started living together, I couldn't make any decisions. Carson did everything for me, but now you guys.
Oh, don't start crying. We don't want to get infected by your tears. Looks like we've become the working wounded. And now, my honorary Jews, l'chaim.
To life.
Thank you guys. Bye. Bye, live stream.